What's going on, everybody? Man-to-Man football here, covering the Cowboys. My boy over here covering Texas Longhorns and everything else football here on Man-to-Man football.
All right, Justin, the gem of the 2021 recruiting class is five-star Jatavion Sanders. He is an athlete. In high school, he plays all over the field, literally everything except for offensive line. We sat down, watched a little bit of him, what we could. What do you think about him as an athlete going forward? What position do you kind of think he projects at? What are you seeing when you look at a five-star Jatavion Sanders?
Uh, Jatavion Sanders is definitely an athlete. He is not a receiver, personally, from coming out of his high school film. He looks great. The dude has some hands, but he looks very much like a defensive player simply for the fact he doesn't. He's pulling away from people in high school. I don't think he's got the speed necessarily at the college level to pull away. Um, I think he's more of a middle linebacker type of guy. I think he could become a. He's gonna have to gain some weight, I think, but he's definitely got the size and athleticism and the speed of most, I would say, college linebackers. I would say interior linebacker, but that's kind of what I'm getting from him. He's got a pass rush. The dude can. I mean, if the ball sticks to his hands like glue for some reason. I don't know what he's using on those sticky gloves, but that ball just stays in his hand. He's got a couple beautiful one-handed catches on offense and defense.
Yeah.
Um, I'm interested to see where you think you should go as a Texas fan.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with. So you kind of said he doesn't necessarily have the speed to separate at the high school level. He definitely shown in some of his highlights and things he can get down the field and make some good catches, kind of like you said with his hands and everything. But I don't know how he fits as far as the offensive goes. We have a lot of deep threats or kind of shifty route runners here at Texas already. So the next kind of best thing is tight end, and I don't know that he has the body to fit a Tom Herman tight end role anyway. Tom Herman runs the Power O, the giant tight ends, the 6'7", 250-pound guys.
Yeah.
I feel like he's kind of a tweener. Tom Herman's going to kind of have to be creative if he's going to be a tight end or a slot receiver, or a Mike Gesicki from the Dolphins may be like a good comparison there
Yeah.
if you're looking at him as a tight end or an offensive player just in general.
Hey guys, if you watched the video this long, like, subscribe down below. We appreciate you guys. Jumping right back into it.
Maybe he gets some looks at running back. I mean, man, I don't know. The best thing with this guy is you can put him wherever on the field. He seems to be a good football player just in general, right? Not necessarily like is he a 4-2 athlete? He's just a good football player. But I think his future is going to be at middle linebacker, kind of like you were saying. He's got the speed to be a sideline to sideline middle linebacker. He's got the size, even for as young as he is. He's a kid that also looks really young. He's got the face of like a 15-year-old. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of maturity coming too. I mean, he's not even close to fully developed yet. I think he could be a day one, kind of in the rotation at middle linebacker there. We do have Juwan Mitchell coming back. And then that gives us, really a guy who, with the pass rush moves and everything, the athleticism, he can be a really good blitzer too for us. So I'm excited. He made some really good plays, broke up some screens, got some interceptions. He's got a bunch of those highlights in high school. Again, that just kind of speaks to his intelligence and his smarts on the football field. So I'm excited regardless of where they put him, regardless of where he plays. I think he's going to be a really good football player.
The only concern I have for him going into the next level at Texas is, since he didn't specialize in a certain position, how well is he going to feel out, being in the middle of the field like that, especially as a middle linebacker? Since playing offense, defense, end, running back, receiver, quarterback, I mean, he played every position in high school. That's the only concern for me is he won't have as much of an understanding. He doesn't really specialize in that middle linebacker position. So that's the only thing that kind of concerns me moving into, moving into Texas, because you see a lot of his highlights in offense, and I mean he does a fantastic job running around on the field on defense, but that could concern you as a coach. But it's also the college level that can be taught. There's he's got a couple years before he even really truly has to shine. So
Sure. And I think that's a good point too. And when you put so much on a guy's plate, especially if he's going to be a two-way player at Texas, I mean that's so much for a young guy to learn, and a true freshman coming in. And
Middle
I
linebacker
honestly,
is middle linebacker is a tough position. It's the quarterback of the defense most of the time.
yeah, absolutely. And tight end's a tough position too,
Yeah.
especially if they make a tweener role for him. I mean, who knows how creative or how complex that could get. So I would be in favor of him redshirting the first year and just kind of, let the man develop, let him learn. We don't need to by any means force him into the role. I mean, we've got plenty of guys. Obviously if he's our best middle linebacker, I'd love to see him on the field, but Jawan Mitchell's coming back this year. He's no need to be anywhere on the field. If he's our best pass rusher, I mean, there's potential that he could play the Joseph Osai role. But again, you could let him sit and develop. Let him sit and grow into whatever role they create for him here at Texas.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they do with them.
Appreciate y'all checking out the channel, checking out the video. Man to Man Football here. Y'all stay tuned for more.